Hi, I'm Derek Harrison. I'm part of the Com Team 5 group. This is my second vlog, kind of the end of the year wrap up vlog about what I've learned and kind of about what the group has done throughout the semester and my final stance on our topic that I originally talked about in my first vlog. So, to readdress, our topic for our group was to see, how technology is affecting modern communication. And so throughout the class, we read the book assigned to the class, and we did our own independent research, and we did weekly presentations. And I just wanted to kind of go over a few things. So, the most interesting thing for me personally that I found learning was kind of with these new communication technologies kind of came new guidelines for this for communications. One, it's changing the communications around us very significantly. We went from a time where everything was synchronous, like we told a story and the person we were telling the story to was right there listening, to the invention of the telegraph and the printing press, where we could start asynchronous communication more widely. Before that was even like hieroglyphics and stuff, but with these technologies, we were able to widely asynchronize our communication and talk to many different people at different times than when we originated our message. So it starts there with something kind of a big idea for the time, which now just seems like a simple idea. But with that came new ways to communicate with people, and people had to adapt these ways and kind of, in a sense, new guidelines for this communication. And so with today, that's even more advanced. And something I talked about in my original video, kind of throughout the semester, which I think is a really good example of where we're going, is Google Glass. And why it's such a why this relates to the communication and stuff is because now, you know, a lot of people, especially my age, are glued to their smartphone, and yet we consider them glued to it, but yet there's still times in the day, where they're not looking at the smartphone. You might be very few for some and larger for others. But with the invention of this Glass, which is this idea that we can always be wearing our phone on our face or our smart device, it's really interesting. And some people are abusing this, and some are overusing it, like whatever you want to call it. So there's been new guidelines made, and even Google's encouraging people not to always wear your Google Glass. So they introduced this idea where we can always have our smart device, but yet we shouldn't. And I think that's a really, really strong idea, and it kind of encompasses the semester about how technology is changing the way we communicate. Um, we have this technology, but we need to use it wisely and not overuse it. So we might be able to do these things, but it's not necessarily a great idea to do these things. Another great way, another part of the semester that we talked about was online communities and this asynchronous communication in these online communities, and the kind of the debate is it bringing us together, or is it further separating us, because people can isolate themselves into this one particular group online and not have to talk to anyone else. Is this a good or a bad thing? And then with a lot of research, I have my own websites that I frequent, Reddit and Imgur, which are two sharing sites where you can post from other sites, and there's this actual community being formed on these sites with kind of our own code that people from outside these sites might not quite understand. And so, once again, it addresses the question: is this separating us from everyone or bringing us together? And in my opinion, I think this is a great thing for people. Dealing with the people they want to deal with on the internet. And some might think this is a bad thing, but in a way, it brings us closer to people that we bond with. And there's no rule in society that we have to talk to everyone. So, I don't necessarily think we should be segregating ourselves online, but in a way, it is a good thing. But we shouldn't, once again, overuse it. We should still be able to communicate with everyone, but then we should have those personal connections. So, essentially what I'm getting at with this video is that we have this technology, we have these ways of forming groups, and we should totally take advantage of it. But the one thing we absolutely cannot do is overuse or abuse these technologies. And that's pretty much what I wanted to say in this vlog. So, thank you for watching.